In this video, we're going to have some color analysis fun by playing a little bit of a game, fact or myth. Stay tuned.
You don't have to hurry.
Or you don't have to, you know, say that's a
Take your time.
Front and your back to.
Stay a while.
Nothing can stop you.
And you don't have to worry.
I said.
Jumping right into the first question, it is a change in hair color can change your skin undertone and color analysis results. I'll just do a little bit of pause for you to come up with your answer. And the answer is that it's a myth. So on your screen right now is a couple pictures of Monique Parent, who I analyzed in another YouTube video. The first one is with her natural hair color around the age of 17. And the second one is of her with her natural silver. And her undertone would not change. She was a warm undertone when she was 17, and she's a warm undertone now. For your skin undertone to change would mean you would need to have a completely new genetic makeup, which it would be impossible in this lifetime. Your skin undertone is based on your internal biology, primarily components of your blood, keratin and hemoglobin. And yeah, it would be impossible. So even if you choose to color your hair, a change in, hair color that you decide, if it's different from your natural, would not change your skin undertone or color analysis results. Impossible. The next one is olive is an undertone. Is that a fact or a myth? And the answer is it's a myth. The only possible undertones that I know of are cool, warm, cool, neutral warm, or full neutral. And if you are not referring to terms such as blue, which is cool, yellow golden, which is warm, or red, which is in the neutral undertone range, you aren't even on the subject of undertone. Undertone is the underlying qualities of your coloring, and olive, which is a skin tone, is one of the possibilities that you could see on your surface coloring. Okay, the next statement. Black is always slimming regardless if it is in your color palette. And that is a myth. If you've been watching my channel, I talk about how the wrong hair color on you can widen your jawline, and I've given pictures, examples of that. And that's no different with black. Let's say the color black is not in your color palette and you're wearing a black top. It can certainly widen your jawline and expand you. If you're wearing, say, everything in your color palette except, say, a black pair of pants, what that does is can bring attention to the bottom half of you because it's out of harmony with everything else you're wearing and out of harmony with you. And sometimes that additional attention, say on the black pair of pants you're wearing, can also widen you. So I always recommend wearing your colors head to toe. The next statement is the color analysis system you use matters. And I'll just pause. And this is an absolute myth. Most to all systems that I know of anyways look at the three elements of color: undertone, value, and intensity. So for instance, if you're using a color analysis system based on seasonal color analysis, and you end the session or you end your do-it-yourself analysis saying you're a true spring, for instance, that means you have a warm skin undertone, that the corresponding values that harmonize with you is medium to light, and that bright intensity colors are most in harmony with you, and intensity is the same as chroma. So, every system I know of, you get a reference at the end to as a guide to take with you shopping or use for an online shopping experience. What I would say is most important is the training experience of the professional who is mentoring you through the process. If you're doing it, do it yourself, or if you're engaging with a color analysis professional for an appointment, I would say the training experience is most important. I recommend who you're engaging with has both in-person and online client experience if you're engaging with a virtual color analysis professional, because I find personally, if my in-person color analysis experience has given me a fantastic foundation to do virtual analysis. I will also say that the setup is one of the key qualities or key factors in color analysis, and more important than the system you use, in my opinion. So if you have colored hair, your hair should be covered with a white piece of fabric for in-person or online analysis. There should be some sort of controls in place to make sure that the pictures of your face used for color comparisons are most representative of your true in-person coloring. So for my service, I look at the eye pattern and supporting pictures information from you. I love to have a photo of you from around the age of 20. I've done a video about this. I'll include a link to it below. It's my 3 steps of virtual color analysis process video. But so just to recap, ultimately I have a lot to say in this statement is the training and experience and your setup for the analysis is most important as opposed to the color analysis system you use. Like I said, most that systems that I know of look at undertone, value, and intensity, which are the 3 elements of color. And one last statement is freckling means there is always autumn in your coloring. I'll just do a pause, and that definitely is a myth. I have seen autumns with freckling and without freckling. So let's just put out there first that just because you freckle or don't freckle does not mean there is autumn in you. Summers can freckle. And I will also say that it's more unusual for springs and winter to have freckling. You would usually see minimal to no freckling in winters and springs. The flows, which are the combination palettes, so for instance, you can have a mix of winter and summer in you, and winter, autumn, summer, spring, that sort of thing. That's where you can see a combination of the skin characteristics between palettes. So for instance, if somebody primary season is spring and they have some freckling, I usually will make the determination that they flow to another season. I hope you've enjoyed this fun video and have a lovely day.